Week 4 in the books, guys. $637.40. It was a good week. We were one short day with Juneteenth, so to hit over $600 with only 4 days of trading, that's great. We need to, what is it, like $550 a week basically to hit our 1 year, done in 1 year goal. Ideally, I'd like to have it done in 40 to, ideally, obviously earlier the better, but like 40 to 45 weeks. So we need a little more than 637 a week to get there, but we're well on our way. I think we're just under 10% of the way there. 4 weeks. Technically, the first payment isn't even due for another, let's see, it's the 21st, so 9, yeah, so we still got like 20 days technically until the first payment's due, even though we already paid it. So obviously it's not a big deal, but the farther, if we can get 16 to 20% done before the official first due date in the next 3 weeks, that'd be amazing. Let's see, SPX. We're gonna probably go a little heavier on spreads now. I think we're kind of coming into that summer period. Obviously, it's a little tricky with the war going on, but I think our crazy days are done with. I think it's going to be kind of a slower session here, and I do think we're just going to kind of slowly creep up until 8K, and then we'll get to 8K, maybe September, and then we do a 5-10% correction into the midterms, and then after the midterms, we ramp back up to end the year strong. That's kind of how I view the whole rest of the year. Obviously, we trade what we trade. Whatever the market gives us, we're going to trade. So it's just we're gonna make money either way. But if I had to hey Doug, what's going to happen the rest of the year? That's kind of how I picture it. Just a slow grind up to 750, 8,000, and then we'll get a correction from there. 5-10%. So you go 8,000, you go back down to 7,200. 72 to 7,500. Then we ramp back up. So yeah, I think we're gonna get a little more aggressive here. Probably go like 4 or 5, 6 delta instead of the 2, 3, 4 range that we were going. So instead of 15, 20 cents a spread, we try and get maybe 30 to 40 cents a spread. And see, for next week we got Adobe and Palantir. Palantir will be able to roll up. Adobe, we might not be able to roll. We might just have to wait a little bit and then buy it back midweek, because a stock like that, it's hard to roll up to make it worth the premium, especially because we had 60% of the premium burnt off. We sold the put early in the morning on Friday, and by close we already locked in 60% of the premium. Futures are down a little bit right now. They're down a quarter, but I think it's gonna be green by open, personally. So yeah, Palantir will probably roll up a little bit, and SpaceX, hopefully we can get a nice. Last time I looked at it's 7. What time is it? It's 8:03 Central Time. So I looked 20 minutes ago, and SpaceX was down 4%, which would be beautiful. I would love a nice deep red open on SpaceX, because they opened up the options strike, so we can probably get down to 120 and still make some decent money, which would be below IPO price. We might even go up to the IPO price, but we'll see what the premium's looking like. And so like I said, that's the game plan for week 5. A little heavier on SPX, a little more aggressive, and we're going to see what SpaceX gives us, and go from there. I mean, in a perfect world, we opened, like I said, it's a slightly quarter point red right now. In a perfect world, we could open up. I would love to open up 0.75 red. That would be beautiful, but I think we're going to open up green. So so we'll see what week 5 brings, and subscribe to follow the journey if you're not.